block.
Yeah, there's also new fallout on the firing of the FBI's former deputy director, and you just heard Republican Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina. He's now calling upon the Senate Judiciary Committee to hold hearings on the firing of Andrew McCabe, and one Maryland congressman has a job offer on the table for McCabe. Fox 5's Tom Fitzgerald live on the Hill tonight with more on this. Hey, Fitz.
Jim, Sean, forgive me, there may be another kind of storm brewing up here on Capitol Hill over this right now, because while the Republicans are not in open revolt over this firing of Andrew McCabe, they are certainly raising some very pointed questions about what has gone on here with the dismissal of the former deputy director of the FBI. It centers around a couple of things. The pension, for starters. Andrew McCabe was just about to start his as he was getting ready to leave the FBI. Whether or not this was punishment for McCabe's strong support of his fellow fired former FBI director, Jim Comey, who, as you know, was dismissed by the president last year. Now, as it stands right now, there is a job offer on the table for Andrew McCabe, and it's coming from Maryland Democratic Congressman Jamie Raskin, who tells Fox 5 he would not only like to add McCabe to his congressional staff, but theoretically this could extend and save McCabe's pension.
If he's free now, I would love to put him on my staff for two reasons. One is his experience fighting terrorism, fighting organized crime, working for the rule of law is just unparalleled, and he's an extremely impressive guy who's testified before the Judiciary Committee. And also, I think it's just radically unjust to pull the rug out from beneath him a day before retirement for the most patently political and trumped-up reasons.
Well, as you know, for almost a year now, President Trump has made Andrew McCabe a frequent target on Twitter. Now, McCabe had run two of the most high-profile investigations in the FBI. First, the FBI's investigation of Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server, and then the FBI's role in the investigation into any possible Trump campaign Russian government leaks, which is now part of the main focus of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. Now, McCabe was questioned by the United States Department of Justice investigators into certain questions revolving his handling of those investigations. In firing him, the Attorney General of the United States, Jeff Sessions, says that McCabe was not truthful with those investigators. Some Republicans, though, are putting a very clear warning to both the White House and the president's lawyers tonight. Among them, Congressman Gowdy, who is saying that if the Republicans in Congress find out the president is moving to fire the special counsel Robert Mueller, that could have very grave implications about how this Republican congressional caucus then moves ahead and deals with this White House.
A Trump-nominated Rod Rosenstein is who picked Bob Mueller. So give him the time, the resources, the independence to do his job. And when you are innocent, if the allegation is collusion with the Russians and there is no evidence of that, and you're innocent of that, act like it.
Jim and Sean, Trey Gowdy is not the only one who's voicing these concerns. Senator John McCain, Marco Rubio, along with Lindsey Graham, have said similar things. We should tell you, though, that the Virginia congressman who was the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Bob Goodlatte, he's on the other side of this. He is applauding the administration's move on removing Andrew McCabe and says that McCabe has tarnished the FBI's reputation.
Well, I think, too, when you look at the tweets we had over the weekend, Fitz, and one of the ones from the president, which, you know, the president certainly has the right to feel that if he disagrees with the aim of this investigation, but he did say something that was blatantly false when he said there were zero Republicans on the team. Yes, it is true. There are members of the Mueller team who donated to the Republicans. Bob Mueller's a Republican. Rod Rosenstein's a Republican. Andrew McCabe's a Republican, even though his wife's a Democrat. But there's a lot of conflicting things out there at this point.
Well, what would help a lot of people form an opinion on this is if we could actually get a look at the Inspector General's report that was used to fire Andrew McCabe. That is still not out yet, and a lot of people up here on the Hill would like to see that before they offer any fully formed opinions on what went on here. But, you know, the president has again hammered Andrew McCabe because his wife ran for the Virginia legislature as a Democrat and accepted campaign donations from former Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe, as you know, was a longtime friend and associate of Bill and Hillary Clinton. So there are a lot of crossed wires on this. getting that Inspector General's report out might help clear up some of this and maybe give some people some education as to exactly what the real reason is here, why Andrew McCabe has been dismissed from the FBI.